Hello, my crafty friends. I'm just going to let a few people get here before I say much. Somehow feels weird to talk to a live stream when nobody's there, even though I talk to videos when nobody's there all the time. I just don't want to start without you. Hi, Patricia. I'm glad you're here. How has your day been? I'm happy to talk to you, Patricia. I hope you're having a good day. So far, mine's been good. I just haven't got done all the things that I wanted to get done today. I got distracted. That's easy to have happen. Oh, I'm sorry about a flat tire. That's no fun. That's no fun. I hope you didn't get hurt. You didn't fall or anything, did you? It's bad enough to go out there and find out your tire's flat, but to have it go flat on you while you're riding would be really bad. I haven't ridden a bike in forever. I really can't remember when. Oh, well, that's a little safer. When I was 29, I fell and hurt my back. And one of the things the doctor told me was, don't ever get on a bicycle again. He said you don't need to get on a bicycle. So I never have. Hi, Mindy. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. I meant to try to find, I had some Velcro pieces, but I don't know where they are. It's a hybrid recumbent. Oh, cool. That sounds very interesting. That might be easier. I haven't ever tried one of those. But that up and down with your hips thing is something that he told me I needed to avoid. "27 speeds. How fast do you usually go? What speed is your most normal speed to use?" The most speeds I've ever even tried to ride on was a 10 speed, and that was too fast for me. That was too fast for me. Well, I've been thinking about this book. And one of the things I decided to do was to go ahead and make another one of these, but with girls, and tuck it in here as well. And do fast enough to run your dog. That's good. I bet your dog gets good exercise. I have two different ones here that I was thinking about. And I may end up using these girls mostly because they have they're more vibrant. It's a more vibrant picture, and I want to do the same thing that I did with this one with the pattern tissue. And so the more vibrant picture might work better. But I was trying to see what years these were made. Hi, Tanya. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. This one is 1972. This one is 76. So I'll probably use this one. It'll be simpler. This one, they wrote the price on it, which is frustrating. But I thought I could make another tag out of a piece of file folder. So I think that's where we're going to start. Alrighty, let's see if we can get this to tear somewhat evenly. We'll save that, we'll not need it. And I think this is, yeah, it's too big. So I'm going to trim it off right here. I'm trying to decide, do I want to let me bring the trash can a little bit closer. Okay. Do I want to keep, you know, this and do the whole thing with this one? So what do you think? Should I do the whole thing or just do the girls like I just did the boys on that one? Because it will fit in here if I do the whole thing. Oh, my autofocus is on. Okay. Well, I'll have to go see if I can fix it. I don't know if I can or not. I may have to come out and come back in. Sometimes when I'm streaming, it won't let me do anything. Come on. Camera not available. Okay. Well, it says my autofocus is off. No, I don't think so. It says my autofocus is off, and it doesn't act like it's on to me. I don't know. Hi, Arlene. It's good to see you. So what do you think? Do you think I should use this whole thing? I think that's what Patricia is saying all about, to use the whole piece instead of just the girls. See, for the boys, I just cut my thing that big and I just use them. Yes, she says, use the whole thing. Okay. Well, I'm going to, I guess I could put that over the top like I did. Put that one over the top. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to kind of go beside it. Oh. And then, hi, Ruth. Okay, now I think that will make this cover that up. And now we will trim this. I'm going to go ahead and trim it a little bit shorter. Hi, Janet. It's good to see you. And then I can fold this over on the end. And then this will be our little girl's card. So I'm going to glue this down. Yeah, I like the extra information too. That was one of the reasons why I put this on behind these girls, because this was from, well, maybe it wasn't. I was thinking it was from this pattern, but maybe it wasn't. Anyway, Okay, let's move the book out of the way so I won't mess it up. And I'm gonna put it in here and glue it. No, I need wax paper. Just a second. Oh. Thank you, Janet. I'm enjoying working on this book. I'm glad y'all were happy for me to do it in a live stream, and that way I can ask questions and get opinions and all of that. And okay, let's move that out of the way. And I'm going to stick this right down in there. Okay. I was wondering why this wasn't gluing down, and then I realized I didn't put any glue there. That's why. Makes perfect sense. Hi, Barbara. It's good to see you. Okay. So here's this. And I meant to get some, got a little bit of air in there. I meant to get mixed up some of the Mod Podge type stuff that Pamela Foster gave me a recipe for. I meant to do that before tonight so I could use it on this, and I didn't get it done. Anyway, we'll have to do that another day. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Janet. That does make it hard when you're wanting something specific and it never comes. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, I'm glad you found out we were on. Hi, Marie. It's good to have you here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is get some, oops, this one's really been cut up. I may have to use a different one. This is actually the pattern pieces out of that, but I think that they, whoever had this one really used this pattern. Seems like a lot of them don't really get used much. Okay, let's look. I think that'll work. Let me find a place to stick that. Okay. And we're just going to do it like this and then fold over the edges to the back. I think this one's going to show up a lot better than the boys did. Okay. Let's see if we can get that set down there. Okay. Let me find my homemade concoction here. And my brush. Okay. That may be a little more glue than I need, but yeah, it's a little more glue than I need. We'll have enough, I guess. Right before I came on, like 30 minutes before I came on, I realized it was my nephew's 16th birthday, and I had not done anything. Hate it when I realize I've messed up like that. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Anyway, I talked to his mom and found out there was a couple of things on Amazon I could get for him. So I did that. And one of them will be there in 2 days. The other one will have to wait a little bit. But he's a good kid, and I hated for him to think I forgot about him. Well, I would have hated that probably even if he wasn't such a great kid, but he's a great kid. Okay. I'm going to let this set over there and dry a little bit. And then we'll turn it over to the back and do the back. Where can I put this without making a mess? And I need some water. Some water somewhere where I won't knock it off and make a mess. Oh, good grief, Lisa. Okay, it's kind of been that kind of a day. I just hit my head on the desk. Dropped my glue on my dirty floor. Okay, let's move this over here and let it dry. Oh. Hi, Marie. It's good to see you. Oh, that was that's going to be a journaling card to put in this journal. We did one last week. We started working on this one last week, and we did one of these boys, and I just left it like this to write on with black or something. I kind of like unusual things to write on and not just paper, you know. So I'm happy with this, but I decided it'd be fun to do one of some girls and stick them in there too. And we also, these were some things that I made copies of some of my grandma's stuff that she gave me. Well, I inherited it when she passed away, but so this was a copy of her needle book and some of her snaps. And I had something else. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh, and this was just some fabric, but it was blue, so I thought it would go with all of this. And I wish I had made my card just a little bit smaller so that you could see the fringy parts on this. But anyway, so that's kind of where we are at the moment, working on this book. So I thought we would work on it some more tonight. And this is just a piece of that I just stapled on here. I may do something underneath it too. And I got, let me move that out of the way. I brought a bunch of this kind of stuff that I thought we would play with on it. And I think this will go nicely in it just because of the colors. But it's not a sewing theme. But it says, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. And that's Vincent van Gogh quote. But I just thought, that's kind of how sewing is. That's kind of how journaling is. That's kind of how this book is happening. A bunch of small things put together. So, so I'm going to put that stuff. I may put this in here too. But that is a great idea. Where did I just read that? about copying fabric, someone said. Yeah, Janet. Yeah, I didn't copy the fabric. The fabric is really fabric, but you could copy fabric, I guess. I don't know. They probably have copyrights on fabric too. I don't know. If it was grandma's dress, it might be okay. But anyway, yes, like making a quilt, small things being put together. That's right, Janet. Anyway, I really like this, and so I'm thinking about putting it on here, but I may end up just taking out the quote and putting it right here without the flowers. So I'm going to save that and think about it. But I definitely think I want to put that on this book. So somewhere in this book. And I've got lots of places where I need to do something. And I've got some more of these that I would like to, that I could make journaling cards out of to tuck in. This is the inside of this needle book. So I thought it would be good to have one of those in here. And then this is the inside of the other needle book. And this is the other needle book that she gave me. So I'm thinking that I might want to do one or both of these. But I just love these people on this rocket needle. I think that's really cool. And I'm gonna well, hi Mary, I'm glad you're here. Well, no, we're gonna have to use the trimmer, I think, to make that straight. Okay. And then I want to do one of these. And I've toyed with doing one and just putting it right on the back of this because that's, you know, where it was on the back of this. But that might be too hard. Hi, Becky. Glad you're here. Well, you did better with your laundry than I did. I got my husband's laundry done and folded and on the bed for him to put up, and mine is still in the dryer. So I didn't do as good a job. And this was the other one, and I don't know for sure if I want to do, you know, both of them, but I'm going to go ahead and cut them both, and then I can decide. Okay, so I've got these 3 that need to be cut out. So let me just go ahead and do that while we're... I'll be wrinkly. Probably so, Patricia. But I'm wrinkly quite often because my clothes get left in the laundry quite often. I really get left in the dryer. I mean, I try to buy things that don't wrinkle so bad. And sometimes I just throw a wet towel in there and fluff them and unwrinkle them. But we will see. Okay, come on. Mondays are must-do laundry day. Yeah. I usually actually do laundry on Fridays. But Friday was a wild day for me. I felt like I was just running from dusk from dawn till dusk and still didn't get everything done. So I definitely didn't get laundry done Friday. Now this is the other side of this rocket. See, this is the top, and this is from the bottom, and there's a piece missing out of the bottom of that thing. So, but I like this one had more needles in it and more of the little foil things. So that's the reason I wanted to do it, even though it's not all there. So, oh, I love clothes hung outside too. I don't have a clothesline. At the first house I ever lived in, I had a clothesline. And after that, I've never had one. And I used to especially love to hang my sheets out and towels and jeans, because jeans were always so stiff. But if you hung them out on the line, they weren't so stiff, like the wind just beats them to death or something. Okay, let's see if this will. Well, it's not exact, but it's pretty close. I could probably glue them together on the same cardstock and have it work. So I'll think about that. Hi, Vicki. I'm glad you could drop in for a few minutes. Hi, Suze. I'm glad you're here. Hello, Brenda. It's good to see you. I'm doing some real exciting stuff here, just cutting. Isn't that exciting? But I'm actually glad this is what I decided to work on tonight, because I'm not really in a mood to do anything very mentally taxing. So this way, see, I can work on this, and if I get mentally taxed, y'all can help me out. Okay. Hi, Susan. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I'm cutting. It's very exciting, isn't it? Hi, Maria. It's good to see you. Okay, lurk away. But thanks for letting us know that you're going to be in and out. I always like to know kind of who's hanging around. Okay, I also, while we're cutting things out here, got some pages out of a sewing book. And I don't know that I'll use this one, but I just thought it was interesting and that y'all might like looking at it. Very retro. Okay, and this is definitely old school, because darning your stockings. I mean, this was, stockings were precious, and you had to take good care of them and all of that back when this book was written. And by the time we were wearing pantyhose, they were not that precious anymore. Although I didn't want to buy them any more often than I had to, because they were still kind of expensive, but not like they were in these days. So, hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. Anyway, I just thought that y'all might find that fun to look at. There's a special way you could do it on the sewing machine. It looks hard to do. I agree. Okay, then I saw these. Here's some pictures of different kinds of bedding that you could make, and reupholstering chairs, and fixing up your little vanity table. Anyway, all of these pictures were in this book, this sewing book. And I thought it might be fun to put some of these pictures in here. And here's some really ruffly window treatment. And here's zigzag scallops. I've never seen this done. But that's something that might be fun to try. Just zigzag, you know, sew straight stitches, but zigzag over your fabric and then pull it up. Have any of you ever tried that? Somebody's bound to sew more than I do and maybe tried it. Hi, Kendra. It's good to see you. Thank you, Janet. Was it hard to do, Becky? Is it something we should all try? Were you successful? But I think it would be fun to do if oh, Susan's done it by hand. Now, that might be easier to do. You have to draw it up slowly. Yeah. Just like you're doing ruffles, maybe even slower than ruffles. Anyway, I thought that was something interesting that we might want to try sometime. Explain this. You do a straight stitch, but you make zigzags across back and forth across your fabric, and then you pull it like you're ruffling, and it makes this kind of a wavy thing there. Anyway, I thought it might be fun to try. So I wasn't going to put that picture in here. I might ought to so I can remember it. Maybe that's a good idea. But I just thought that might be something fun we'd want to do. I found this dress form. I thought that would be fun to put in here. So I'm going to save that one over here to put in. I never did try smocking. It scared me. It scared me. But here's some more ruffling where you ruffle from the middle. I've done this kind where you ruffle, you know, at the top of something, but I've never ruffled from the middle. And I've never done this. Zigzag scallops is what it's called. And this says that if you use ribbon for this, the double-faced or two-toned ribbon gives a nice effect. So that's something to think about. Oh, that's cool, Vicki. I've never done any of that. I need to show some of this stuff to Hannah because she's really into the hand sewing thing, and she's wanting to hand sew a dress, you know, kind of a reproduction of a period dress. I can't imagine wanting to do that, but she wants to. But here's a pleater for your sewing machine, which I thought that was kind of a cool picture. And here's, you know, just pictures of the hand sewing. There was something else in here I really wanted to. Oh, and here's another you know, way of doing it on both ends, and they call this tucked shirrings. But that looks interesting too. And this one just had a sweet little baby on it, which was cute. Oh, look at this. That looks like something out of a nightmare, doesn't it? I love that picture, but it looks like something out of a nightmare or Doctor Who or something like that. Hannah should watch Bernadette Banner and Rachel Maxey. I think she does. I know she watches Bernadette because I can't imagine there being two Bernadettes out there that do period sewing. And she watches a Bernadette that does period sewing. And I'm not sure about Rachel, but I'll ask her. Dawn Andrus has another great grandbaby. Yay, Dawn! Congratulations. Thanks for telling us, Becky. That's true, Kendra. Not many, but there's still a few out there who do. And then we've got a couple more of these little babies, you know, where they're showing ways that you can decorate the baby dresses. Outer limits, yeah. Anyway, I may use one or both of these little babies, but this one I definitely want to use. Anyway, I just thought y'all would enjoy looking at those. So I'll think about these others if there's anything else in there that I want to actually put in the book. But I definitely want to do this one. Hi, Holly. I'm so glad you're here. Hannah's wanting to make a dress form. She watched somebody do it by putting a tight t-shirt on you and then wrapping your body in duct tape and cutting it up the back. And then you stuff it and it makes your dress form for your body. And so she did that for my son when she was making his costume last year. But we haven't actually done one for her. And she's the one who needs one because she's the one who will be actually doing more stuff. I mean, he just wanted that one thing, you know. Boy, that really tears easy. May need to cut this out a different way. But we'll try it again. Say all that again. Oh, I was going, oh, what? No, you put on a t-shirt. A t-shirt that fits your body fairly snugly. It doesn't have to be skin tight, but it needs to be fairly snug so it's not a bunch of wrinkles. Once you've got that t-shirt on, you want it to come down past your hips. And then you wrap duct tape around your body over that t-shirt to make the form that fits your body. And then you cut the t-shirt up the back and take it off. Then you stuff it, and that makes the dress form that's fitted to your body. So it's a t-shirt and then duct tape. And Becky's got a link there. I'm not sure what the link's for, but I'm sure it's important or she wouldn't put it in. Are y'all aren't getting notifications? I'm sorry about that. I've had to go back in lately and re-ring bells. I mean, I literally unsubscribed and resubscribed to a few people. Okay, that really does not want to cut here. I'll just do enough to. It's amazing how some paper just cuts like a breeze and old paper doesn't want to. Some old paper cuts great, but some doesn't. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry you didn't get a notice. That's one of the blessings, though, of knowing that somebody is I didn't get a notice for Mary last Friday. But because I knew she was supposed to be on, I went and looked for it. And I checked, and I was still, I mean, it said that I was subscribed and that I had rung her bell, but I still didn't get a notice, so it definitely happens. Okay, let's trim this because that would be very tall. Oh, and I wanted to tell y'all, Hannah had an idea, and not tonight, but sometime soon, we're going to do, she wants to do a Pick 10 with us, and she wants us to do it on bookmarks. So have 3 or 4 different pieces of paper of different sizes and shapes that you want to use to make bookmarks, and then we'll do our Pick 10 on top of those. So I had her write up some prompts that she wanted to use, and I don't know how many she did, 20, 25, something like that. So one of these Mondays soon, she's going to come out and do a Pick 10 with us. And we'll make bookmarks. So if you've got mixed media paper or watercolor paper or something like that, it might be fun. Yeah. I haven't gotten them the day after. Usually if it's that late, I just don't get it at all. But I have gotten them about the time they quit. That's happened to me with Mary quite a bit. I get frustrated because I didn't get a notification for Mary, and I notice that I get a notification about the time that she signs off or about the time that I get tired and go to bed. So yeah, I think it's a good idea, Mindy. I think it'll be fun, and I think it's new that I think it's good that she wants to do it, but we're not going to do it tonight because she's got something else she needs to do. But I will, when she's ready to do it, I'll do a little video ahead of time and stick it out there so you'll know kind of what kinds of paper she's planning to use. And that way, if you want to, you can get ready. And if not, you can just do it however you want. You could still do the Pick 10 in a book or on, card for ATCs or whatever. You don't have to do bookmarks, but that's what she wanted to do. So we're going to try it, but not tonight. Okay. Now I do want to turn this into a card, and I folded up a whole bunch of these file folder pocket things once when I was watching Dee Dee, and then I never did anything with them. So I thought it might be fun to put this, have a border around and use one of these. And I don't have a blue one. I've just got these 4 colors. So which color do you think would be good to put this on? I'll do it like that. This is a little greener than it looks in the camera. On the camera, it looks a little bit bluer, but it's really greener. And then purple and kind of a burgundy and that's kind of a gold khaki. She ran a logarithm for it, probably. Oh, no, she didn't run a logarithm, but she did think through what kinds of things that she would want to use on bookmarks. So burgundy. Okay. That's what we're going to use. And it just so happens that this is, the fold of it's big enough it won't. Oh, Mary, up above. Are we doing a Pick 10 tonight? If you want to, we can work on this a little while. Well, actually, if y'all want to, we can start a Pick 10 at 8 o'clock and I can just put the rest of this stuff up. But I don't want to start a Pick 10 later than 8 o'clock. I hadn't planned on doing one, but if y'all really want to do one, I'll be glad to do it. But I don't want to start it later than 8 o'clock. So y'all tell me what you want to do. I'm not against doing it. I just had planned on working on this. Okay, Mary's not even in the studio, so Ruth's in bed. Barbara says she's up for it if anybody else wants to do it, so. Patricia says keep doing the sewing journal. Janet says do the sewing journal. Hi, Mina. It's good to see you. Okay, I did not cut that straight. It was very obvious when I put it on there. And I don't know what it's going to do on here. We'll just tear it a little. And Susan is punching butterflies. Do the sewing journal. Okay, well, that's 3 votes for the sewing journal and 1 for a pick 10. So we're just going to keep working on this then. We'll do the pick 10 next Monday, Barbara. We'll do one for sure. And since that's Labor Day, I'll see if Hannah wants to do that next time. So actually, I'm going to pause I'm not going to pause. Y'all can talk amongst yourself. But I'm going to go real quick and ask Hannah if she wants to do it next week. Okay? So y'all go ahead and visit for just a second, and I'll find out if we're going to do the pick 10 bookmarks next week or if she wants to wait. I'll be right back. Okay. Hannah said that Hannah said she'll be glad to do it next week. So next Monday night we'll do the watercolor. I'm sure watercolor is one of the prompts because that's one of her favorite things. But the bookmarks, and she's going to make some prototypes of the sizes of paper that we're going to use, and she'll bring them out to me so I can tell you so you can be ready. And you can use whatever kind of paper you want, and you can do the pick 10 with us even if you don't do bookmarks. Don't feel obligated to do bookmarks just because that's what Hannah wants to do and what I'm going to do. Now I'm making this tag and I have no idea where I'm going to put it. I should have probably figured out a place before I made it. See if we even have a spot for it. But I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, let's cut the corners on this. Oh, I'm so glad you got Happy Mail, Arlene, and I'm glad you got to play with it. Sorry your desk is a mess because of it. Oh, but Happy Mail is great. And I'm glad you had a chance to go ahead and play with it. Are you playing with it right now while we're here? You could just keep on playing. Yay, she's playing with it right now. Good. Okay, Cheryl, we will be here. Okay. Now then I need some glue. Okay. Let's hope we can make this semi-centered. It's not too bad. Ooh. Okay, now we need something on the back of it. Something that we can put on there that's sewing related, but still journal on should we choose. Well, there's just some paper from the book. I'd like to have a little something on it. I'll tell you what, we'll just do this paper, and then we will we'll put something on it. Oops. Let's take off a little bit. And we're going to glue this on the back. Let's take off a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Oh, let's ink it. Getting lace everywhere. I do want to do some lace, so we might put some lace on the front of this. That might be fun. Or some kind of trim. Okay, and I didn't ink this side of this. And it probably doesn't really make a huge difference, but it is noticeable. Okay. Let's make sure, make sure it's right side up. Let's go up just a little bit. Okay, that's fairly centered. Okay, and I think, okay, y'all tell me, should I put the little baby down here, or should I cut out one of these chairs and put it on here? What do you think? A chair or a baby? Patricia says a baby, and she was first, so. And Holly says chair. Another chair and another baby. It's tied. If the chairs were a little bigger, you could put the baby in the chair. Wouldn't that be cool? I wonder if I have a bigger chair. I don't think I do. I don't think if I had a bigger chair, it probably wouldn't fit on here anyway, so. Move my hands. I'm not sure if you want me to move my hands or, or if you want me to get them out of the way. Okay, we're going to do the baby. Who was bigger? Mrs. Bigger or Mrs. Bigger's baby? All righty. Okay, let's take this. I think I'm just going to kind of go around the baby a little bit more. Alrighty, so here's the baby. Maybe I should, I think I'm just going to fussy cut it a little closer. Sorry I'm taking so much time on it, but there we go. Alrighty, we're just going to glue her on just like that. And she pretty much, the edges pretty much disappear, so I'm not going to ink them because it kind of looks like that she's just part of this page. I wish that 220 wasn't there. Maybe I'll put a piece of lace on it or something. I don't know. Okay. Now I do think I want to put some trim around this, and I kind of like this black. What do you think? And I could just run the black right in this edge. Bye-bye, Marie. Thank you for coming by. Okay. I think I'm going to start at the top, and then I can put a button or something over the connection, and maybe it'll kind of hide it. I'm only going to go part of the way at first because I want to okay. Decorate the mannequin. Maybe a scarf. That's a good idea. Isn't real excited about making that turn. So I had to put so much glue on it. Coconut milk. That sounds good and healthy. All right, let's put this down. Okay, where are my fabric scissors? Are they under here somewhere? No. But they should be, because I just used them earlier today. Well, frustrating. Okay. I'll just do that. Okay, now I'm going to let this sit and dry for a little bit before we do anything else. I didn't exactly get that evenly in the middle of the edge, but it's just going to have to do. That's possible, Mina. That's possible. I actually wonder if we could do something. I don't know. I have to think about it some more. I have to think about it some more. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's move this for a minute. Let it dry. Okay. We're going to work on this big card again here. Let's move this out of the way. All right. It's not totally dry, but it's pretty good. Okay, let's trim some of that. And let's see if we fold this over. Okay. And then This is going to be very haphazardly done. So don't be expecting a whole lot. A piano scarf on her shoulder. How cool. All right, where's my, oh, it's over here. Okay. All right, let's fold that down and fold this up. Fold this in. Whoops. And then this one we will fold in. All right, let's trim this a little bit over here. All right. Okay. Come back. There we go. All right. Now we'll let that dry. Okay, put that into water and move this out of the way and let it dry again. Okay. I'll be right back. Sorry, I have to take this. Hello? goodness. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Did you all run away? Oh, okay. I'm glad to see you're still here. At least some of you are still here. Okay, let's work on something else. That's where I can put that. Let me see if it's dried yet. Well, it's not dry yet, but anyway, we can stick it right here. So I'm good to know I have a spot I can put it. Well, thank you, Janet. No, well, it wasn't an emergency unless you're the aunt who just bought a birthday gift for your 16-year-old nephew that you weren't sure was a good gift or not. Anyway, my sister, she called me back because I called her and told her that I got him the gift that she had recommended, and then I also got him a t-shirt. And she had a t-shirt for him on her Amazon list, and she was afraid that I saw it and got that t-shirt for him. But I didn't even see it. I got a different one, so we're safe because she had bought that t-shirt and her mother-in-law had bought that t-shirt. So he already had two of those. But luckily I got him a different one, so we're safe. But you know, when you got when you want to be a good aunt, that's an emergency call. So, but nobody's in danger. We're good. Okay. I think I want to do some more decorating back here, even though I'm going to stick this in there. I also thought, and I know this is white and nothing else is white, so I probably won't use it, but I thought it might be fun to make this tuck spot a little wider with something. But maybe not that. I was trying to see what else I had that might work. Of course, this is really, it's gathered, which might not work too well. And then I would have to try, no, I think I'm not going to mess with that unless I put something under here. So, Hannah's here. I can measure them, honey. Or are you just trying to decide if you like the size that you cut? Okay. See, I thought you were going to do some weird shapes.
No, one was going to be a corner.
Take the pencil out of your mouth and we can understand you.
One was going to be a corner.
Okay.
That has to be made in it, the stream. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, we could technically.
It's fine.
I didn't have time. I just cut you off.
That's fine. Okay. So she's just cut 4 different widths.
Actually, 2 are the same.
Okay. These 2
yes.
are the same. And then 2 smaller ones. So that's what she's thinking, plus one that will fit in over the corner of a page. And I guess we'll have to build that one. Okay. Or you could use the corner of an envelope as your basis. But she did this with, is this watercolor paper?
Yeah.
Okay. She's using watercolor paper, but you can use whatever you want. But this is kind of what she's got. Plus, she's going to build one to go over the corner of a page. So keep that in mind, and we'll work on it next Monday. We're going to do pick 10s on at least 4 bookmarks. So thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. Okay. I think I'm going to leave this alone because anything that I do, I would have to take it up in order to make it wider. Janet says, I like the folded bookmarks that have the magnets on them too. No slipping. That's true. We could do that.
We don't have magnets. I mean, we have some, but they're like that thick.
Yeah. I was thinking if we had some of those magnetic
sticky things,
that would work good.
Assuming they'd be attracted to themselves on the sticky side. That's the same side, so it would be polarized the same. You would need to get 2 magnetic sticky things that are polarized to opposite sides and then stick them over a paper cover tag.
Okay, we're not going to do that. Sorry, Janet. Hannah might be happy to make it that complicated, but I'm not. So, thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye. Okay. Maybe since we've got some kind of burgundy something here, of course, that doesn't match it at all. I'm I don't know what I want to do next, actually. It could almost be like journaling by fives. It could be, except that we're not going to have 20. Great, Barbara. I hope a bunch of you will do it. But she wants to do the one corner, and then the others will just be whatever sizes of bookmarks she wants. So that won't be too difficult. I do want to do something in here. We could make something, and I found these, and I thought, wouldn't those make great tags? And you could even do that, and then they're regular tag shaped. Excuse me. So that's something to think about. Real easy. These are from Lowe's, Sherwin-Williams. Excuse me. Let me get a cough drop. Okay, I also found this ribbon. I forgot I had it. And it's flat. So we could use it on here. It's funny because it's sewn across there like it was supposed to be gathered, but it's not gathered. Actually, we could, I was trying to see if I had another place we could just put sewing stuff. I know this is not sewing, but it's a color that would go good. We've got some others. I was looking through what I had, and I didn't really have any that were a light blue, which would look good. Oh, that would be pretty. That would be pretty. We'll use it. And what to do with my scissors? Right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think the patterns are mostly from the 60s. Okay, I think that'll make a pretty something there. So what do we want to put on it? We could put part of this on it. Maybe just the needles, or I think I'm going to kind of tear this, like maybe like that. I'd really like to cover that up, that little house, but I may not. It's a print of the needles. I just made a copy of the actual book that my grandmother gave me with the needles that were in it, what was left in it when I got it. So it's just a print of the needles. But I thought it would look cool in here. Let's go ahead and just stress it a little bit more there. Okay. Let's ink this up. Put a dangle from, that's a great idea, Patricia. Put a dangle from the hole. I love it. So what kind of dangle are we going to put on it? I'm trying to think if I have any dangles that are sewing related. Okay, I could put that lace on there. If I tore this a little bit more, it would show. Oh, it would be a sticky situation, Susan. And you're right, they do look real, which is, I think, pretty cool. I wouldn't put it past me to stick the real ones in there, but but these are not them. Okay, what do y'all think about that? I agree, Joan, and I'm glad you're out there to do that because I would love to get my hands on some. I rarely ever see them, like at estate sales, but I don't get to go to estate sales very often. The prices are usually higher than I can afford anyway, but I do have my grandmother's sewing box and some of her buttons and okay. I'm going to punch a hole in this real quick. Let's see if I have a, here we go. Okay. The families throw them away. Oh, that's awful. Okay. I'm going to glue this down and then I will, I've got to find those scissors. There they are. Ah, frustrating. Okay. Now I can cut it when I'm ready. Well, I don't sew anymore either, but I still wouldn't want to throw away my grandma's sewing stuff. Of course, I'm a mixed media person who loves old stuff, period. So it's just a different mindset. I can honestly say that some of my cousins, that's not something that they would want. Not that, I mean, they would be happy for me to have it. They probably wouldn't want to just throw it away, but this particular grandmother, my dad was her only child, and so and I was the only one interested. My sister's not into this kind of stuff, so she was happy for me to have it. Although I did give my sister's daughter some of the buttons, and they were both happy that I did that. Okay, I like that. So let's glue this on. Okay, now for this, and the tassel, I think I have some really thin laces that I think might be good for the tassel. I don't know, that one doesn't really go with these, and these go more with that. So and I'm just going to put these through and then tie a knot at the top because, well, maybe not. Let's see. I think it'll go through easier actually this way. Trying to figure out which one is loose. Okay. Okay, that's what we're going to do here. And we'll just let it plop right out there. And I think I am just going to glue it down just to decorate this page. So I do need to decide what I'm going to do with this while it's right here. Trying to think. I had some little safety pin things. I'm trying to remember where they are. Give me a second. Let me look. Okay, where are you? Oh, here we go. I'm actually kind of amazed I found them. Oh dear. Okay. Let's just pull one of these out. And if we decide we need to use the others later, we can, but for right now, I'm going to use one, and I can hook this right there. But now I got to find something to hook onto it. I wish I had a little sewing charm. Trying to think what I might have. I'm sorry I keep walking off from y'all to look for stuff. That's just the way tonight is. Oh. I have a set of drums and some baby shoes and a rocking horse. But nothing sewing related. At least that I can find. What is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, that's a mess now. Let me check another box. Ooh, there's a belt buckle, might be fun to use. Okay, I thought I had a spinning wheel charm somewhere, and that's what I'm trying to find. So sorry it's taking me so long. I have too many boxes. Oh, here they are. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Christy. It's good to see you. Okay, I found the little spinning wheel charm. And it's the only sewing related thing I have, so I'm going to put it on here. All right, just a second. Okay. So we can put that right there, and it can just dangle around here. And then I found this belt buckle. I don't know if we use it or not, but it's pretty. It's brass. So I'll think about that. But right now, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. I wonder if I shouldn't. Nope, we're just going to put it right there. It can just be fat if it is. Hi, Anna. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to end up knocking that over. Alrighty. Thank you, Janet. Okay. I like that. Feel like we're making some progress. I still don't know what to add on to her, onto this dress form. I don't have anything that looks like it would be easy to put on there, because trying to make it look like it goes around wouldn't be easy. I think I'm just going to leave it alone for now. Tiny tape measure around the neck. That would be cool if I had such a creature. If you were here, Mary, you could just draw it on there for me. And it would be perfect. So we could put just like a little. Okay, let's see if this will work. I don't know if it'll work. I could just put a piece of lace right there. But somehow that doesn't look good to me. So I'm just going to leave it like this for now. And I'm, whoops, and I'm going to tuck it right in here. I'm tempted to put another piece of something right across here because this is kind of flimsy. And something else right there might actually hold it better. Me? No, Mary, I don't draw very well. I would end up just making it look ugly, and then I would be mad. So it's better if I just leave it alone than if I try to draw on it. I don't want to ugly it up. Okay, I did find a small zipper that we could use. We could put it right here, and it could be a further part of the tuck. What do you think about that? Hannah could probably draw it. She probably could. What do y'all think about adding a zipper there? Is that good or bad? It's kind of a pale green. I might, Mary. I might. Or I might ask Hannah to draw it for me. I kind of like this. It's a little bit prettier color than it looks on the screen. It's kind of a sage green. It's definitely old. It's not, it's faded and I wish Mary could just jump right in the screen and come over here. Like if we had a TARDIS or something, she could just come over here. A transporter. Measuring tape, washi tape. I do, but it's about this wide. Let me get some. Oh. If I can find it. I actually have two different measuring tape washi tapes, but they're both wide. I do want to use them in the book though, so I'm glad you brought it, you mentioned it. But what I'm trying to do right now is trying to decide a way to add a pocket or a tuck spot or something here so I can give a little extra support to this when I stick it in, because this is real. It's kind of flimsy. I mean, it'll hold it, but I think if it tucked into something else down here, it would be better. Now I could cut a piece of this and back it with card and make a pocket from that. Like this, that it could tuck down into. Yeah, I'll probably use the washi tape somewhere else in the journal. It won't work for what I'm wanting to do right now, but I'm going to keep it out. Fabric. Okay, good idea. Let me check something here. Where did I put that? Kind of, I could cut that right there and make my pocket out of that. What do y'all think about that? Hi, Teresa. It's good to see you. Okay. So let's... I do not have great cutting skills, and I probably made that too long. Nope, I think it's going to be fine. Okay. Now it's got this green zigzag border around it. I wish I had something to go across here that would match that. Now this is brown, so it doesn't really match. I don't think I have anything in that color of green. But I could. Yeah, it's a really dark, it's kind of an olive green. It's this color. It looks goldy kind of on the screen, but it's green. Anyway, let's see if I can cut this kind of close. And then we can put that maybe on there. Okay, let's see. We could just glue that right on there. Should I do that? Or should I put a little piece of lace on this edge? I want to put something on this edge. I like the lace. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to glue this on here, and then I will glue this whole thing down to here. I guess I need to cut that off though. Lace, Susan says. All right. I'm glad we agree. Mina likes the lace, and Patricia likes the lace. Cheryl likes the lace. All right. That makes me happy if we all like the lace. Okay. Okay, I think my thing, the glue dried while I was doing other stuff. The lace brightens it up. I agree. It's a little whiter than the other stuff that's in there, but we're going to be okay with that. Okay. The lace kind of emphasizes the fact that my cut's wonky, but we're going to do it anyway. And I agree, Susan. I like the selvage edge too. So I'm going to move that out of the way. And then glue this right on there. I don't know how far that really goes on that edge. So you find a scrap piece of paper, stick under here. Okay. Now then. It's homemade. We need wonky. Okay, well, if I do something, there's always going to be some wonky. You don't have to worry about that. I've got all this stuff. Okay. And then we can just tuck that right in there. I probably should have put the black on there to go with this, but I didn't think about that. Anyway, I'm kind of happy with that. So we've got that good. We've got this good. We've got this. Okay, I do think I want to go ahead. Where did I put that? I just want to go ahead and cut these words out and put them on here because I think that's what I'm wanting to do. Oh, not those scissors. Yeah, jazz it up a bit. That's right. Okay. Alrighty, I like that. And of course, we're going to ink it. Where's my... There it is. Thank you, Anna. Okay. For those of you who weren't here when I read this before, it says, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. Vincent van Gogh. So we're going to just put that right on here. I don't know. Should I put it right there? Okay. Up here or down here? In the corner or up closer to the middle? I'm waiting for your opinion. Janet says in the corner. Anybody else want to vote? Or we're going to just let Janet carry the day and put it in the corner. She doesn't want to cover up those ladies' dresses. Everybody's saying in the corner except Cheryl. Cheryl says she likes it in the middle. Holly wants it in between. In between. Well, I was right there. I kind of liked it right there. We could put it here. We could put it down here. Oh. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners, 6 corners. We've got 2 in betweens, 1 in the middle. All right, I guess the corner wins. Ow, 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 ow. Ugh. Let me glue this back down here. Put it on the other page. That is so not helpful, Susan. Oh. Okay, we had more people say in the corner, so that's where we're going to put it, right down there. Okay. Done deal now. Did Mary vote twice? It doesn't matter. There were plenty of votes before she voted the second time. Okay. Let's see. I'm happy with this. Now that I've got kind of a title on my cover, I'm happy with that. I think I want something here. I also have this pink lace that I thought might be fun to put somewhere. It's got that thread though wrapped around it. But I'm trying to think where I would want to put that. You only voted once. Okay. She just thought about it a while before she voted. This one? What did you add? Oh, I added this saying to the front. Great things are done by a series of small things brought together. And I added this pocket here to hold on to this better than this. Those are the things that I've added tonight. And I made this. And I added that. I'm not sure what you missed, Holly. Well, that's a cool die cut. You're a lucky lady. Okay. Oh, the dangly on the needles. It's a spinning wheel. It's a little spinning wheel charm. Now we could do something with this. But it just looks like it's, if you do that, then it kind of looks like you should have put clothes on her. I guess that's why I'm hesitating. Okay. Something about this page makes me want to use some of this lace. I don't know where I want to use it or what for. You're welcome, Holly. I would love it, Teresa. That would be very cool. Thank you. Okay, I need to put some other stuff, some other fabric or something with this, and not just be this. I don't think those really go well together. Whoa, come back. I've got this that I could just put a piece on and a piece of lace. And it would just kind of soften up that whole pocket. I think my address is in all the groups, Teresa. If you can't find it, email me. My email is in the description box on all my videos, and I'll send it to you if you don't find it. I'll email you my address, I mean, if you can't find it in one of the groups. I've also got this, but that's really white too. Of course, we've got some white over here. Now I'm thinking I could put some of this up here. All right. See, this is where I get kind of, I don't know what to do. And I really love that. I think it's so pretty. I'm going to have to use it in something, but it's just too much too white, I think, for this book. I could use a piece of this and a piece of the lace and maybe some buttons right down here and leave some of that showing. Okay, let's trim this and see. Okay, if we put this on here, right there at the edge. Oh, thank you, Joan. I'm glad you came. Have a good evening. And I could even scoot it a little bit off. And then I could put some buttons right there. What do y'all think about that? Put some little buttons right there. And I might make it shorter so Butterick still shows. I think I'll do that too. Okay. Because I like the Butterick showing. Colorful buttons. Okay. Oops. All right. I think I'm going to glue this down, and then I will look for some buttons while this is drying. Well, that's very sweet of you, Teresa. You don't have to be in a big hurry, but I do appreciate it. Thank you. You're a sweetie. Now they're going to need to be probably small buttons unless we decide to have them overlap onto the paper. I'm not sure what I think about that. What do y'all think? Well, we'll pick some out and we'll decide. It's kind of hard to tell until you've actually looked at them. So. Stick down. Okay, that glue all soaked in. All right, I'm going to let that sit there a minute while I look for some buttons. Hot off the press dress forms, yeah. Okay, let me find. All right, let's look in here first because this is just sitting here. I was thinking about doing something with one of these and add it in here too. I want one that says extra buttons. There we go. Okay, colorful, she says. There's some dark blue ones. I don't know if you can tell. They look black or really, really navy, but they're not quite that dark. They're about the same color as this fabric. And actually, they look like they belong with that fabric. We don't have to use all that color, though. We could see if we can find some more. And there's some green. They're about the same. They would look good with that, too. And they're about the same size. Dark pink. There's some burgundy, but they're big. I'll get them out, but I think they're too big. There's some metal ones. They're kind of gold. Those are pretty, but they're this kind, so they would be hard to use. There's some light blue. There's some that pretty much matches that. I think those would actually look really good. Let's see. Here's some dark, kind of cranberry red ones. These are actually just a little bit brighter than those. So I think those would probably look good. Oh, let's see what else we can find. There we go. No. Don't like those. do some hand stitching somewhere on it. You like the bright cranberry ones? Okay, I like the bright cranberry ones too. I also like the blue ones and the green ones. Do we want to mix or do we want to do, I will definitely do some on the book, Mary. And I was just thinking that I wish I had done some on this before I glued it down. Of course, I can't do it now, but I definitely will somewhere on the book because that should happen. That just should happen in a sewing book, shouldn't it? I'm way over here, but so do we just want these or do we want to mix them with some blue ones and some green ones? What are you thinking? Okay, let me hold these up here and maybe you can see the colors if I get a little closer to the camera. I can't get them to, there we go. Tuck that under there. Just the red. Okay, that's fine with me. We might can find a way to use the others somewhere else. Maybe when we do this, might be fun to have some buttons on that when we use it. Okay, now do we want the little bitty ones or do we want the bigger ones? Well, now I see two people saying mix them. Oh, y'all are so funny. Just red, just red. No mix, mix. Both, both, both. Now everybody's saying mix. What happened? I give up too fast and so y'all decide to change your mind? Leave it on the card. Well, if I do that, I would need to just put the card like on here and not have it on here. You mean just cut a piece of the card and put it on there? Oh, a mix of the size. Okay. Not a mix of the colors. Okay. Is that what the rest of you meant too? Big and little? Okay. I got you now. Well, I can't do that and leave them on the card. But I think a card of buttons would definitely be a good plan. We could just do that. Maybe just dress that one up and stick it in there just like it is. How does that work? If we do this one, leave it on the card and distress it, and then take these off and alternate them and put it on here. Okay. Now we can sew some buttons back on here and use that card later. I've seen people do that, sew different buttons, the buttons they liked on a card that had buttons they didn't like. Pretty smart, actually. Okay. So how many buttons do we want? Do we want a bunch like that? Okay, sorry. 3. Like this, or down here, or up here, or spread out, or like this. Bye-bye, Anna. Down here. Janet likes the 5. Cheryl says 5. Susan says 5. Five or 3. It's got to be 5 or 3. Brenda says put them in the middle. Holly says 7. Oh. Okay. I'm thinking for now this is what I'm going to do. Okay. But I'm going to go get some string to tie inside them because I want them to look sewn on even if they're not sewn on. So. Hi, Tanya. Is it Tanya or Tania? It looks like Tania, but my instinct is to say Tanya, so I don't know. Okay, somewhere under this mess, I should have a needle. Oh, over here. Okay. See if I can find a little one. I don't have many little needles out here because I rarely sew with little needles. Let's see if this will go through. Okay, that works. Okay, and now I can't remember what my instinct said. Oh, I'm so sorry. Tania. Okay. Well, I thought that's what my instinct said, but I couldn't remember. Oh, isn't that embarrassing? It's like once I said it, then I forgot. I forgot it. Okay. Oh, Tanya. Tanya. The same as Tanya. Okay. I feel like I'm getting the same as Tanya McGuire. Okay. Okay. Should I tie it like that and then glue it down? Or should I do it and have a little bow on top? Just an X like this, like it was sewn on? Or tie it from with the string coming out the top and tie a bow? What do you think? No bow. Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you, Mina. Mina wins because that's what I wanted to do. But I think I am going to leave the little tag sticking out from behind them. Okay. Okay. I may cut those off later. I'm just leaving them on right now while I think about it. Tania. Okay. Thank you. Surely after this I can remember that. Surely I can. Well, that's what it looks like to me, so. So y'all be thinking if you want me to leave, I won't probably leave them all that long, but if you want me to leave little tails on them or if you want me to cut them off right behind it where the tails won't show at all, think about what you want because I'm going to ask in a minute. Or you can go ahead and tell me right now. I don't care. Well, that was not what I wanted to do. I can't even make a crisscross here. Let's take this out. Well, my eyes are really not working very good tonight. Just say tails, Janet. They're going to help you out, Janet. You don't even have to think. Just say tails. Okay. Now, I don't think my tails need to be that long. but I like having them there too. So, okay. Okay. So we have some little tails. Little baby tails. Okay, I don't need that out here anymore. Okay. Tails are good. Do you want the negatives of the dress form? Oh, yeah. That would be great too. Teresa, beggars can't be choosers. I'll be happy with whatever you send, I promise you. But I like the idea of negatives too. I do. Okay, now we're going to glue these on. Mary agrees. Okay. Kind of overglued that one. I'm trying to leave the tails go in different directions. That one's stuck to my finger. So that they don't all look the same. Maybe it looks a little bit like they were just thrown down there. I can't let go of it. Okay. They're scattered like your brain. Yeah, mine too. Mine too. And they're not even straight. That one's way over. Ah, okay. Of course, we said that they were straight, and then we said they were scattered, and we're going to leave them just like that. Kind of wonky. All right. Okay. We wanted to distress this a little bit. I'm trying to think of what's an easy way to do that. Okay. And what did I lose? Oh, words. I had some printouts of some words I thought I might use. And well, these aren't terribly old because they cost 90 cents. But they're not really new either. So, oh, you're welcome, Janet. I'm enjoying it myself too. I'm glad for the break myself. Okay. Verisimilitude. Okay. Now we need to do something with this. Let's distress it a little bit too while we're, because I definitely don't want to cover the whole thing because I want it to say extra buttons. Okay, one thing I need to know. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't buy buttons. I don't know how expensive buttons are now. Oh, kind of funny. Somebody who knows, tell us. We'll do it next week, Mary. I'm not giving up on it. I'm just enjoying something else for a change. No gold. Holly. Ah, thank you, Mina. Yeah, that would just not happen. You would find a way to use some prompt that would be gold, even if you didn't have one that said gold. I know. Okay. Trying to think what we could put on here besides some lace. Some lace, obviously, a good plan. I'm trying to see if yeah, it's been we bought patterns last year when my daughter was making my son a Halloween costume, and I was in shock at the price of patterns. Um, I didn't even know what to think, but luckily we had a coupon. I'm thinking something like that. And then, well, we could put these buttons on it. Um, we could stick some of this on there too. Or this could be where we use the washi tape. Let's do some of that. Popcorn. I wish y'all hadn't said popcorn. I can't find the end of this. Oh, there it is. It's kind of torn at an angle. All right. Mary's going to go pop some popcorn. All righty. I'll just be jealous. I don't think we even have any in the house. Okay. And we could put a little bit of this on. No, it's too yellow. Well, let's see. If we take it off of here, it might not be quite so bold. It's still pretty bold. I don't think I want to do that. Now we could do this, or we could find some different buttons to go on there. I'm trying to think. I've also got this that we could put on it instead of that. Popcorners. What are they made out of? Okay. I don't think I like that. Oh, there's a purple button. I don't want silver. I don't think I want purple either. Oh, but there's that one. It's a humongous purple one. Okay, there's one that fell off of it. So we can look at that. That's very fat, though. I think that's too fat. Okay. Y'all aren't helping me at all. Should I put any buttons on this or just that? And if I do put buttons on it, should they be metal or plastic? And colored? What color? What would they use to mark stitches in crochet? Some people use safety pins. Do I want to put a button on here at all? That's what I'm asking, or just the little crochet pieces? I do have these metal buttons. Okay. Oh, just a second. I have some little black paper clips. I could use a little black paper clip. I've also got one of these. I could attach that to it like it was counting the stitches and then put something on the end of it. Like that. So what do you think? Hook this onto it and let that dangle off like that, or just a little black paper clip? I mean, safety pin. So like this. Okay. Guess I have to get my pliers out. I was wanting to not have to do that. There we go. Like this. Okay, I'm going to attach this. Where does it attach? Through here. Sorry. Both. Okay. Okay. We're going going to put that down there. And then, nope, that needs to go somewhere else. Okay. Alrighty. We'll glue this one down first. Okay. Okay, this is what it looks like. And then we got to let that glue dry so it'll stay put. But that's what it's going to look like. So now we just need to decide where we're going to put this thing. Maybe up here. If we do this, should I go ahead and glue this down, this too, or should I let it hang free? I'm going to glue this all down, but should this hang free or should it be glued down to look like this so it'll stay put? Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down since we've got a lot of votes for it. And we'll just... Okay, we'll let that just hang free, but I'm going to leave it laying right there for now. It is now, Mitts, because I've already glued it down. Sorry. I've got here, and then I've got here and here that both need to be decorated. And this seems like the most logical place to put it to me. But we could have put it any of those places. I'm really not. I'm just tired. I'm tired, period. Not tired of y'all's opinions. Oh, Mary says some hand stitching. Well, I have an idea, but it won't be my hand stitching if we use it. But it will be hand stitching if I can find it. Okay, that's not it. Here we go. Okay, I can put this on, which is some hand stitching. And I do want to use some of it on here somewhere. But I could stitch around here, but this is a pocket, so it would have to be around the edges. Oh, there you go, Mary. Just what I was thinking. Blanket stitch top of lower flip in the center. Okay. But I could put some of this on here, or I could put some of it in here. It wouldn't have to go right here. Oh, I think I do just want to do the top, maybe. Oh, is that? Let's take this out just in case, but I don't think I was going through it. Wow. Okay, I need something. Here we go. So what color should I stitch it with? I've got some embroidery floss I could use. Wow, that did not want to go through. Okay. Oh, that's a great idea. But I think, Holly, I'm gonna use the idea that wasn't what you said, and I'm gonna I'm gonna do it. The idea that wasn't what you said, because it's what I thought you meant at first. I'm gonna stitch this on with my blanket stitch up here. Okay. Should I let that flap up or should I glue it down? What do you think? Let me see what I can find that'll go with this. Flop it. It might get bent if it flaps. Yeah, both. Both I agree with both. I like the idea of it flopping, but I'm worried about it. But it's just fabric. I mean, it can straighten back out. So, okay. I could sew it down with blue or with burgundy. I think I'm going to sew it down with burgundy because we've got burgundy over there. Okay, one of them didn't make it through, so I'm just going to take it off. Just take it off. Okay. Let me see if I can turn this around. Oh. Uh-oh. That came right out. All right, let's undo this. Try again. I think I'm going to glue it along the top and then stitch it. Okay, let's take that back out. And then we're going to glue this down. I know. Isn't that the coolest thing? I found this at the thrift store, and I'd never seen them before. But when I bought it, my daughter said, well, who would sell that short of a ribbon? And I said, I don't think it's a ribbon. I think it's a way to keep your threads straight and have a whole bunch of colors all in one place. It's a really cool idea. I've never seen it anywhere else, but I found this, and so I've been enjoying it. Okay. I'm going to try to go just above and below those the stitches, or where the stitches are going to be. Okay, I think we need to let that dry a minute. So I'm trying to think of something else we could work on while that's drying. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. And I'm sure I must have seen it somewhere before to know what it was. But I don't remember ever seeing it before I found this. It would make a great bookmark, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty. Okay, well, let's let this dry a little bit more. Just trying to think of something else we can do while we're waiting. You'll have to excuse me. I'm having a hard time tonight. Okay. Now, I don't know. I don't know if I have enough thread to do a blanket stitch all the way across. So I may just do this. Just loop it, not actually do a blanket stitch. Actually, I'm going to go from here because I wanted to leave that knot on this side just for kicks. This, Mary, this is what they're talking about that I pulled this thread from. You're welcome, Janet. Okay. Uh-oh. Maybe I'm remembering what the blanket stitch is. I couldn't remember, but I think now that I messed up at the beginning, I think I've remembered what it is. Hopefully I'll have enough to go all the way across. If I don't, it can just look imperfect and not go all the way across. And I won't fret about it. This is it feels like it's, I want to say like more like regular thread than embroidery floss. So I don't know if it would be under something different. I don't know. Try this again here. Okay. Alrighty. We got that on there, and it'll flip up. And we have plenty of room to stick this back in there. We've added this and this and this and that. And some words on the front. Oh, our little girls. We made another journaling card from the little girls and some of the tissue. Let's go ahead and ink this and see if how it'll work. I love how coppery this looks on this decoupage tissue paper. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? I was hoping that the let me shut this so we don't mess it up. I had hoped that this one would turn out like that, but it didn't. And I don't know if it was the difference in the tissue paper or if it was the difference in the paper that the pattern front was made on, or if it was just the difference in the inks they used to print the boys versus the inks they used to print the girls. I'm using Ranger Archival ink sepia color. It's my favorite. I think it's my favorite edging ink. Of everything I have, this is my favorite one. I never did find out what it was for, Janet. I never did. I think it's either in the basement or I took it back to the thrift store because I couldn't find a way to use it. I had just got it because it was cool and it was like $1 or $2. But I never did find a way to use it. And I don't know if we stuck it in the basement because it was wood and I hate getting rid of wood, or if we took it back to the thrift store. Unfortunately, I have way too much stuff just stuck in the basement because I have a hard time getting it up. So anyway, this one turned out a lot better than that one. I used the same glue. So the only thing that's different is the pattern. Well, this is a different tissue from a different pattern. So this tissue is from the pattern that these girls' clothes. This tissue was from the I'm not sure if it was from this pattern, from these boys' clothes, or if it was a different pattern. But anyway, this one, I like this one better. Hi, Debbie. I'm glad to see you, even though you're kind of late. I'll show you what we've been doing. I don't know if you saw, were you here last week, Debbie? Did you see what we did last week? We did this one from a pattern front, a pattern envelope, and then we put the pattern tissue over it and decoupaged it on. And I was a little disappointed because it didn't come out as clear as I wanted it to, but we did this one today and it turned out really good. So so this was what I did last week. We've been working on this book for 2 weeks. So let's stick this in here and I'll show you what else we've done. Last week I made some of these. This is just fabric and I backed it with paper so it can be a journaling card. I'll decorate it somehow. In fact, we might leave that out and do that in a second. And then this was, these were printed. I just made copies of some of my grandma's things that she left me in her sewing books when she passed away. And so then I made those into journaling cards to tuck in here and in here and in here. And then the fabric goes in this one. And then we, this is another copy of some of her, a metal button on this. That would be pretty. Maybe a metal button and some lace. And so far, this is all we have on this one. I probably will, I want to do something underneath it. I'm not sure what. But then we made this little, out of one of those extra button envelopes. It is kind of hard to see. We made a dangle from it like it was counting the stitches in crochet, and then a paper clip. I mean a safety pin because this lady didn't have very many of these. Let's stick that back in there. And we put some lace, some fabric and some lace and some buttons down on this one. And then we sewed this piece of fabric onto this. And this is, we just glued on this piece of lace to be our belly band. We did that last week. And we put some ribbon here and some ribbon here to cover up just to decorate the spot where we left for our pockets. And then we made this, it's another one of the things that I photocopied of my grandma's stuff. And I put a little spinning wheel charm on it and some lace. And we made a tag out of this. This was from an old sewing book. And we put a piece of fabric here. And then we just distressed a button card to stick in there with it. And I think that's, and here's some, this says, great things are done by a series of small things brought together. And that was a quote from Vincent van Gogh. And this is where we're at so far. It's definitely going to have some kind of attachment here. I found a thing I had gotten at the thrift store that was some buckles. Let me I want to save this card. I don't want to damage it if I can help it. Sometimes fingernails are the best tool you have. Okay, so here's I think that's really cool, and it's the right color to go in our journal. So I need to do something to protect it, but I'm going to use that for something in here. And then this had a buckle in there I thought I could use here. I don't know that we'll actually use it, but I'm gonna open it, and I think this had been painted white, and the paint has all flecked off of it. But otherwise, I don't know what that paint would be from. Okay. So here's a couple of buckle. Oh, you're supposed to put fabric inside this buckle, you know, and it was painted white. That's I think I'm just gonna not worry about that at the moment. I don't know which one to use, but I thought we would see if we had this on here and we you know, sewed it right here or glued it down or something so that it would stay put right there. I may have to take it around here and oh, but that flips, so that would ruin that. Anyway, we may not use this at all, but I was just thinking if we could, let's just play with it here a second. Then I could use this in here and I could adjust it however I need to. But it doesn't really hold it very tight. I don't know. It was just a thought. Yeah, I love the zipper. Put contact or packing tape. That's true. That's true. We'll figure out something. Anyway, I'm still trying to figure this out. Somebody suggested Velcro, you know, putting like a long strip of Velcro in here so that as it got fatter, it would, and then, you know, make it snap down, stick onto the Velcro here. So, cover the center with fabric. That I could even put, was trying to think what, like some grip or something. Maybe electrical tape might be enough to grip it. Let's see if I have any. Okay. We'll just try this real quick. Got probably too big of a piece of tape. Bye-bye, Arlene. Thank you for being here. We'll wrap with yarn. Yeah, I didn't think about that being slick. I was thinking about it being kind of rubbery, but it probably is too slick. And it's too big. It just, this is so much smaller. But if we wrap the whole thing with yarn, now that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Then it might tighten it up too. The thing is, though, when I wrap this around it, see, this part will be tied down. This isn't what's slipping. It's this, and it's slipping on that. So we're going to not do anything yet. We may go for the Velcro idea. But I had this down here, and I think I like it. So I'm going to trim that. And just glue that down for a minute. I meant to I meant to stick some lace underneath it. Yeah. Not sure what lace I was going to oh, here's what it was that I was going to stick under it. It's this. Let's lift it up a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. Some of my own yarn in there somewhere. Yeah, that's a good idea. Trying to think of where would be the best place to put it. And which yarn might look like it belongs in here. I'll think about that. I'll think on that. Yeah, Susan's had all kinds of ideas tonight, hadn't she? I kind of like this. I think I could put a pocket down here and let it open right there. And go ahead and glue this side down too. But you could actually tuck something in there. I hope she does too, and I don't know what time it is. Make a yarn tie closure. Braid the yarn and tie the ends. Yeah, I could do that. Just cut this off. Is that what you're saying? Or I could punch a hole in this and put the yarn in there and the yarn in here. Is that what you're saying? Let's do this here. That little thingy gets in the way. Okay. It really does. Okay. So put a hole here and make a yarn tie here and a yarn tie there and have it tie. Is that what you're saying? Let the tape dangle or wrap it around the card. Yeah. Okay. I'll be thinking about that. I don't have any. I have to go through a lot of stuff to get the to the yarn. So that's not something I can do tonight. But maybe if we can get some more stuff done in here tonight, then next week we can just think about the closure and I'll get some yarn out. We have to remember that this is a pocket under here. Keep the tape dangle, yarn ties separate. Okay. I have, let's see what other pieces do I have of this? Oh, sorry. Y'all, this is such a mess. That green does not match, but we can make a pocket with this. Since we've got this kind of burgundy here and the burgundy buttons over here. Yes, it's always on the other side of the room and under stuff and behind stuff. Ugh. Okay, let's cut this off and see what we think. Okay. Now then, if we do this, I'll have to also cut it here. Let's trim that out because it might be helpful, but I'm going to have to trim this, and so then it would be hanging loose. If I could keep it this big, that piece of interfacing would be nice to have, but I can't. Okay. Good night, Cheryl. I'm glad you've had fun. I have too. Made a mess, but I've had fun doing it. I kind of think that I want the zipper to be on top. of that fabric, but that'll make it harder. No, it won't. Not if I glue it down. Let's just do that. Let's see if it'll work. Yeah, I should have made it a bigger book. You're right. But I thought I made it pretty huge to begin with. Okay, I think that'll work. We just need to let it dry. Becky came in for a little while, but then she had to go, I guess. She was doing laundry, and I missed her when she left, I think, but I haven't seen her in a while, so I'm assuming she left, or maybe she's just tired and didn't feel like chatting. I don't know. Okay. Now I'm wondering, can I leave that? I think on this side I'm going to have to cut it off. I'll leave this hanging off, but on this side I'm going to have to cut it off. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and glue this down and then hope that our idea works. I'm tempted to not glue that yet until I've got everything else, till we know it'll work. Okay, let's see where this is going to go. How far up? Up to shaping. Okay. I'm putting more glue on here for this than I would if it was paper, because the glue just soaks into the fabric. And all right, now I need to look at this and see if let's glue that down too. Alrighty, I need a piece of, where did I put that? Oh. I forgot I've still got glue under here. I don't want to take the chance of it gluing this pocket down before I get Good grief. Okay, now that's going to have to sit. And dry. I'm actually thinking about doing a zipper envelope, Janet. Haven't worked it out yet, but I do have some zippers that I think might be the right size to use on an envelope. Oh. I've only got a few days left, but that is one of the things I'm thinking about doing. Okay. We're going to let that sit and dry. Oh, I said we were going to do something with this. What do you think about adding that to it? Yes or no? I doubt I'm going to be able to finish it tonight because I need to go in soon. Black lace metal button. All right. Well, metal button's easy to find. Black lace. Let me look real quick and see if I can find something. Okay. I have a couple of lace bins. I don't know if I've got any black. I think I do somewhere. I'm just not sure where. Okay, there's not any in that one. So it's probably in here. I've got some of this. It's not lace though. Okay, just a second. Let me see if I can, what I can find in here. I've got that. Let's see if I have anything smaller. Well, that may be all the black I have. I thought I had some smaller black lace. Okay, use some of this. All right. I'm just gonna cut it this big for now. This is very soft lace. And then we'll decide how much we want to cut off, because I could always make a cluster with what I cut off from that. Yeah. Oh, the lace was all in front of the where the yarn is, so I still can't get to the yarn. Okay, do you just want a little? How big of a little piece? Come in. What you got? Oh, yes, I have to show y'all what Hannah did.
This is my latest one.
Oh, did you do this tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, this is tonight, what she just did. Wow. Very good. I like it. And this one she doesn't like, but it's in here anyway because she's an honest girl and she's showing you. Isn't that one pretty? I love those flowers. And this one, were you going to do something else to it, or are you just not happy with it? You were going to quit?
Not happy with it though. Ethan seems to think it's phenomenal for reasons I do not understand.
Well, you can give it to him.
I probably will.
And here's her latest girl. This is Snow White.
Was it supposed to be?
Just turned out.
Was at the end.
At the end, she became Snow White. And this is her spindle. Isn't that pretty? All righty. Thank you, Hannah. Mary says, Hannah, just keep working on the one you don't like. What kind of watercolors do you have?
They're mostly the Grumbacher.
She says they're mostly Grumbacher with a few Cotmans. She's got several different kinds, but that's what she's been using on this. She's got some Koi's. She's got some.
That's about it.
Yeah, except for those metallic ones. What are those?
Art Philosophy.
Art Philosophy metallics. So, anyway, she has a little bit of several things, but that's what she was using tonight. Thank you, babe.
All of these actually were good.
All of those? Okay.
And
Grumbacher and Cotmans is what she did all of those with. So, thank you.
got this one done.
They say beautiful, talented, beautiful, very nice, beautiful. Wow, awesome. Okay. All right. Thank y'all. She's finally becoming a little less shy with my friends, so I'm happy. Yeah, the spindle. I wish you could have seen the yarn, the delicate yarn. It was hard to see from here, but it was. She did it. I thought it was gorgeous. She did a really great job with it. Okay. So Janet, tell me how big a piece you want. Let me measure this so you can have a something to go by here. The card is 5.5 by 3. So it's basic index card size. Cut it lengthwise. I could, but I'd be cutting right through a flower probably, unless I do this. Let's see. Woo! All right, let's see what we can do here. So we can do that or this. You are a good bunch. You sure are. You're my favorite peeps. What about like that? Then fold. Raggedy the lace. Okay. Now, where do you want the button? Let me just put the lace on, and then we'll worry about the button. Because one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Yeah, that's what I thought, Mary. It was too curvy to fold and look like it. Okay. You were finger typing while I was cutting. Yeah, I do that. I say something and then it's already obsolete when I'm typing in chat. Okay. And now metallic button. So where do we want the button? I like it. I'm just not sure where a button would go on it now. Unless I add something else and the button. I'm trying to think if it might be. Let me see. Well, it's been, that's how I had it. So on top of that flower right there, what I was thinking was I could cut out another flower. I don't know if it'll work, but let's see. And we could put it like up in the corner. You're right. I don't have much verbiage or wordage. This might be a good place for some of that. I just printed these off. Natasha from Treasure Books had on one of her videos I watched today, she had a link that you could print this off. So here's some verbiage. Let's see. I'm going to read some of these, and y'all tell me if one grabs you, and if it does, say it quick, because the first one you talk about, that's the one I'm going to do. Live your dreams out loud. There's always something to be thankful for. Inspiration is all around you. Ideas can happen anywhere. Happiness is handmade. I'm so thankful for this life. Dance like nobody's watching. Embrace those things that make you unique. Okay, Mary says, I am so thankful. Yeah, but those aren't on here. I don't want to have to write it. Happiness is handmade. That's the first one that came up that was on here. So, I think that was on here. Was that on here? Yes. That's what I'm going to use. Oh, inspiration is all around you. That's good too. Maybe we can do two. I think there's room for both of those. They kind of go together to me. You typed what 3 times, Susan? I see you don't have much verbiage or wordage, and then I see, am I in chat jail? Mary, you're a sweetie. Um, the problem tonight is not fear of being able to draw or write, even though I know I'm not terribly good at those things, but it's mostly just laziness because I'm tired. It's mostly just laziness that's making me not want to write. So I'm just going to be an honest artiste and tell you I'm too lazy. Just too lazy tonight. I'm tired. No excuses. Okay. Oh, I should have used black ink. Oh, well. Done now. I'm going to, Holly, as soon as we finish this little card here. I'm going to bed. I do think I want to add that little flower right there. I'm just going to leave these things sitting out and drying overnight. Okay. So there's that. And here's this. And I still need to do something there. Nothing's happened there. And then I need to figure out a closure. And I need to glue this part down and open this up and stick something inside there. So those are the things I need to do next week. And then we'll do a pick 10 right after I do those three things. Okay. I'm going to bed, y'all. Thank you for spending the evening with me. I had great fun and I'm really loving my book, and I love all your suggestions and your good sportsmanship when I choose somebody else's suggestion. Thank you all. God bless you. Good night.